Hey there, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about being deliberate. Today I'm going to give you a deliberate checklist, and this will be a great way for you to take actions now to generate the results you desire quickly, without as much effort. Before I get started, I want to tell you where this came from. I was speaking to a client this week, and this client said to me, I would like to be more deliberate. I would like to work when I'm working, and I would like to carve out time to just have fun without the guilt. Music to my ears, you know? And it made me think about last week's message, which was all about how having fun is not bad for you. So I'm grateful to hear that this has landed on ears that are listening. So today I'm going to give you 3 ideas about how you can be more deliberate, and they may not be exactly what you might be thinking. The first thing is to slow down. Now, this is quite counterintuitive. Typically, when we want to do more, we speed up. And while there are absolutely times to speed up, there's many times where what we need to do is slow down. Because speeding up actually creates the scatter that we're trying to resolve. When we slow down, just the opposite, now we can hear the voice within. That voice within is very wise. And I find the slower I go, the wiser I get. And actually, that's not true because I've always been wise. I'm just allowing my wisdom to be accessed. And it creates a deliberate action, or many deliberate actions, that now matter versus doing for the sake of doing, or doing for the sake of, well, I said I'd do it. It creates that space for deliberateness from the inside out. So that's number 1, and that is to slow down. Number 2, create rituals. One of my clients doesn't call them routines. This client calls them rituals. Rituals sound, almost royal. You know, I have a ritual in the morning that I, water my plants, and I take 5 minutes to meditate. That's a beautiful ritual. Maybe your ritual is you get up, you have a beautiful glass of water, and you stretch. It doesn't have to take long to have a ritual. Rituals are really important. When I do my Discover Your Greatness through the Productivity Success Cake system, and incidentally, I'm starting another one. It's not for a little while yet. It'll be early September, but it's coming up. When we do that group course, we actually build in, I have proprietary forms that I have people fill in. And it's all about the morning, it's bookending, having the morning be very intentional and deliberate, and being the evening, taking a look, how did I do, without blame or shame, what went well, what didn't go as well, and what will I do differently. Again, without any blame, without any shame. So rituals, routines, bookending. Now we're slowing down, we're paying attention. Number 2, bookending, rituals. We're paying attention to what we're doing. Now comes the third thing. The third piece I'm going to give you today is all about your habits. A common mistake, common pitfall that I see people make sometimes is trying to do too much and trying to do it all at once. Even worse is not deciding, which by the way is number 1 in our productivity success system where we have that path. The first part is decide, discern, discover, practice, and celebrate. The decision isn't made and the habits are too many all at the same time, creating this complete scatter. So just the opposite of that, what you want to do is you want to build those habits slowly. So for example, I used an example of maybe somebody gets up, has a beautiful glass of water and stretches. But that person, maybe wants to do, wants to run a mile, wants to swim, wants to journal, wants to have a healthy breakfast, and wants to, I don't know, start writing his or her book. And now it seems like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be done with my morning ritual till 12 o'clock, noontime. Well, that can be a problem, right? So we just want to do one at a time. And I'll use my own example versus this other example. So when I get up, right after I have my beverage, what I do is I stretch. I stretch and I do my physical therapy exercises on top of the stretch. So I guess my example actually can bleed into this other example where you just add one thing, you habit hook it on. And then once that habit gets established and it becomes just something you don't think about any longer, you can then add another habit. Will it take a week? Will it take 3 weeks? Will it take a month? Will it take 5 weeks? Will it take 6 weeks? You be the judge of that. Just don't try to do everything all at once. And even worse, don't kill yourself with, well, if I do this and I really want to do that, and maybe I'll do this and maybe I'll do that. And, keeping your options open. And that's a big pitfall, because too many of the keeping my options open, not really sure, that is such a scatterbrained approach. And what happens is all that energy leaks. You forget what you were going to do. You can't stay still, and you can't just focus in and zero in on just that one thing. So let's review. Actions to take now to generate results fast. 1, slow down. 2, create rituals. 3, build your habits slowly. Mark your calendar for the 7th of August for our next Wisdom Warriors. And I can't remember what we're going to talk about, but I do have it written down, and it is on the library page. I just want to let you know, because of course I didn't do a Wisdom Warriors this month because I was on vacation the first part of July. We will see you soon.